Coming up in court today.
Okay, they stopped you in the car, right?
Yes.
They found, was it meth or coke?
It's meth, but it's hers. It was hers.
Okay, so they...
she let me borrow.
I don't do drugs. Hello.
Oh, come on.
Okay, wait a minute.
In the court system, justice is not always just. That's why they bring their disputes here. Real people, real problems, real justice. Justice is eye for an eye.
The plaintiff is suing her ex-boyfriend after drugs were found in her car after loaning it to him. The defendant, the plaintiff's ex-boyfriend, adamantly denies these claims.
I'm the plaintiff and I'm going to win today. Because of my ex-boyfriend's drug habits, my car was seized and auctioned off, and I'm going to get justice today.
I'm innocent. I'm going to win this case today. And she's a liar because she don't want to take any responsibility for her actions and what she's left in the car.
All rise!
Maureen Kennedy, you are suing Mark Johnson. Is this your boyfriend? Ex-boyfriend, okay, for replacement of a vehicle that was impounded, plus destroyed personal property that resulted from Mr. Johnson's possession and arrest for illegal drugs. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Johnson, you're saying the drugs were in Miss Kennedy's car and they were her drugs and that she is in denial and they were not your drugs. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so your car was impounded. Is that while he was driving it?
Yes, he was arrested in my car, and my car was seized and auctioned off.
It was auctioned off?
Yes.
Well,
So
tell me a little bit of
in a
background.
car.
Okay, so you two are boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yeah, mhm.
Okay, and why was he driving your car? Why were you driving
I was
your car?
taking her to the airport to do, you know, she's going to go do a run.
My
She was going to do a run?
No, my brother was getting married in Little Rock, and so I was flying to Little Rock, and he drove me to the airport.
Okay.
And
Okay, so on the way back from the airport, he was stopped. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
And what kind of drugs did they find on you?
It was her meth.
no, it was cocaine, and it was how much? He would know.
It was yours.
And so, okay, so cocaine was found in your car, right? Okay, then what happened? And you were off on the plane?
No, I'm gone.
Okay, where was it found in the car?
I have no idea.
Okay. They stopped you in the car, right?
Yes.
They found, was it meth or coke?
It's meth, but it's hers. It was hers.
Okay, so they...
she let me borrow.
I don't do drugs. Hello.
Oh,
Listen,
come
we've been-
on.
Okay, wait,
Come
wait.
on.
Okay,
We have been
so
over
you're
this.
driving her car. Where did they find it in the car?
Between the seat and the console area, down in the seat area.
Okay,
you
so you
know?
got stopped.
Yeah.
And you're saying it was not in your view. Is that what
Nope,
you're saying?
That's
that it was
right.
in between
That's
the
right.
seats?
That's right. I didn't see it in there.
Oh, you sound really convincing.
Oh, come
Okay,
on.
so they took the car. Is that right? They impounded the car?
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. And then, ma'am, you're saying they auctioned the car off?
Yes.
Okay. And what receipts do you have for the car? How much was the value of the car?
Just over $8,000. It's a 2001.
Okay, give everything to Big Sugar Ray.
Okay.
What happened to your criminal charges against you?
Well, right now they're still pending, but I mean, I was arrested because of her.
All
No,
right,
supposedly-
so you're suing them civilly to get back your
Yes, that's
$8,893 for the car?
Yes.
And what is this about the furniture and microwave?
When I get home from work, the DEA has come into my house. They've busted down my door. They've slashed my pillows on my couch. They've my microwave was turned over.
You probably said all this.
My cat's gone.
You said all this.
So they came to your house and searched the place?
Yes.
You did.
Did they
I
find
come
any
home-
drugs in your place?
No.
Okay, they didn't find any
Yeah,
drugs in your
because
place.
she had them in the car.
So you're suing for
You were
$500.
driving the car.
You're suing for $589 for the furniture and microwave that
Right.
was destroyed. $975 for door replacement.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, I'm going to be evicted if I don't get this money from him.
Okay, and so you are suing for a total of $10,457. Is that
That's
correct?
crazy.
Yes.
That's.
My car. I bought that car. I bought that car.
So is your dope?
Okay,
No,
sir.
I don't do drugs.
Well,
You're the one who does drugs.
You can make
Your
your
Honor,
money
he has a
off all
website that he sells drug masking. It's called WizMask.
He sells. You have a website that what?
That helps you pass drug tests.
That was the help.
Wait a minute. No. You have a website that teaches people how to pass a drug test?
Well, that was...
All right, you both tested negative on that night, but Big Sugar Ray, I want to test it myself. So let me get my legal assistant out here. She's going to take the female. Big Sugar Ray, you take the male. But you have a website that says that teaches people how to mask their results on a drug test. Is that correct? Just answer me. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. You both tested negative on that night, but Big Sugar Ray, I want to test it myself. So let me get my legal assistant out here. She's going to take the female. Big Sugar Ray, you take the male. Take them on out there. Big Sugar Ray, please take this, and then y'all take them straight out the courtroom right now. And
I'll pass that test.
And let's get them both tested for drugs. Take them straight on out. All right. Bring them on in, Big Sugar Ray.
All right, Judge.
Did you get a sample from both of them?
Sure did.
Okay. Thank you. Come on back in here. Ma'am, you come back in here. Ma'am, how long were you dating Mr. Johnson?
Over 2 years.
And did you know while you were dating him that, did you ever see him doing drugs?
One time.
One time? Did
And
you
it almost broke us up.
That's when you asked for it at the point.
No.
Sir, let me ask you something. Her car got impounded while you were driving.
That's right.
And you're not going to pay her the money for it? I mean, it's gone. I mean, it's been auctioned off.
But it's because of the drugs that it's
No, why were you pulled over?
And so he's saying it was your drugs. So that's the reason it was impounded.
It was nothing to do with that.
All right. Well, we took both samples from both of you, and we'll be back with the results in my verdict. Okay. Thanks.
This is for the plaintiff. You're saying that you didn't know that he does drugs. Well, then, how do you know what kind of drugs he had in the car?
The police report, and that's how I knew it was cocaine. And it was enough to get my car seized, so it was probably enough for distribution.
All rise! All right. Something's not right in this case, but I just got to go through everything. First of all, I find it hard to believe if he's doing drugs, you only knew one time, saw him doing it. I've gone back and looked at the police report. What it says is that it was cocaine and it was in between the seats. So you're lying about this meth. I don't know why you're saying this now. So something's not right. I've taken the results, the drug results of both you, and we had you tested for everything, Mr. Johnson, and you came up negative on your results. Ms. Kennedy, we took your drug results and took your samples, and you came up negative in this case. Well, I've got a problem here. I mean, we have drugs that was out of the plain view of either one of you, in between both seats. We know there's drugs in the car. We know it's either yours or it's either yours. That's undisputed. And whoever's it was caused your car to be auctioned off. So I knew that you had a website about people trying to deceive the drug test. And so I asked that a drug-sniffing dog come in. So bring the drug-sniffing dog in. But I'm gonna need everybody in the audience to be quiet so the drug-sniffing dog can concentrate. All right, thank you, Mr. Detective Brooks. Bring them in. I'm gonna want you to bring the dog on through. I'm gonna want you to take the dog to their car and have it searched and see if there's any drugs in the car. To see if there was any drugs in the car. I just noticed the dog doing. What is the dog doing? Search this man, sir. Hold the dog. Sit down. I noticed the dog jumping up over there.
Sit.
All right.
Sit.
Okay. Search the man, Detective Brooks.
Sit.
What is that? Is that drugs, Detective?
Care to explain?
Is that drugs,
That's
sir?
not.
Would appear to
I
be.
knew it.
No.
Sir, you cannot be stupid enough to bring in drugs to the courtroom. Are you crazy?
Keep your hands on the rail.
In all the cases I've ever heard, I've never seen anybody as stupid as that to bring drugs into the courtroom. Well, obviously he's doing drugs. Obviously he's masking his own results. So, sir, ma'am, I think you've proven that this is the man whose drugs it was. Go ahead and take him in, detective, and go in and handcuff him. I've never seen anybody dumb enough to bring drugs into their own courtroom. Have you, Sugar Ray?
I mean,
in their own courtroom.
That's unreal, bro.
That is unbelievable.
Keep it on the rail.
Well, thank goodness for the drug-sniffing dog that we can find this out.
Yeah. He was hiding it. He was hiding with his drug tab on the website. That's why he covered it up. But this right here, when they own drugs, they'll do anything.
I've never seen anybody that dumb.
No.
Sir, if I was you, I would just keep
Mark,
quiet.
get help.
We've got you busted right there in drugs. Go on and take him out. Go and take him down to the jail, sir.
Go. Just take the dog back over to the side.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
All right, good job, Detective Brooks. Good job. What's the dog's name?
Dylan.
What?
Dylan.
Good job, Dylan. Without Dylan, we wouldn't have got her. Good job, Dylan. Suzanne, B, Cindy, Holly. So what do? You cut their hair
Your Honor.
While they don't know?
The plaintiff seeks a restraining order after the defendant clipped a lock of her hair. The defendant claims this is a false attack upon his character.
All right, you're the plaintiff, Anna Maria Lopez, correct?
Correct.
You're suing Josh Warner here for cutting your hair while you were asleep at his place?
Yes.
And you're saying you're not the only person this has happened to, and you want to make sure it doesn't happen to some other girl?
Correct, sir.
Okay, Mr. Warner, you're claiming that none of this happened, and
Yes, sir.
your ex-girlfriend's just bitter because you broke up.
It's all bitter lies.
Let me hear from her first. Go ahead.
Well, actually, sir, I'm kind of embarrassed to even admit that I went out with this freak. But you know, I don't want him.
Your Honor.
I don't want him to get away with it. So, and I don't want him to do it to other women. You know, one night he invited me over to his place,
True.
and we were having dinner. And
how long had you dated at this time?
Probably for like maybe a few months, not too very long. I mean, he's just a friend, you know, nothing more.
Right.
And well, anyway, so like I said, we were having dinner, and we had several drinks. We were drinking wine, and I got kind of tipsy that night, so I told him if it was okay if I could crash at his place.
She was drunk, Your Honor.
No. Listen.
Have you ever spent the night at his place before?
No, sir, and I'm glad I haven't. Yeah. Okay. And so I asked him if I can crash on his couch.
Right.
And he said, well, maybe I would be more comfortable sleeping in his bedroom, you know? And I'm like, no, the couch would be fine.
She wanted to sleep in the bed
So then he made up.
get-go.
Anyways, he made up a spot for me, you know, which he was being a gentleman about it. He made
Where, on
me
the
a
couch?
bed. Yeah, on the couch.
Okay.
And so, well, the next morning I wake up, you know, and there was a note there left for me, and I was reading it, and all it said was that he enjoyed dinner, he enjoyed, you know, my company there and stuff like that. So I was like, well, he was being sweet. So I went ahead and I said, well, when he comes home, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up his place, so when he came home, it would be clean. Well, I was cleaning up the bedroom, and he had like this little book-light thing.
What are you going through my things for?
He had this little book-light thing on his dresser, and I was like, well, I'm gonna put it up in the drawer. So I opened the drawer, and there was this scrapbook in there. And I was like, well, I'm just looking at thinking it's pictures or something, you know?
Well,
I found pages of nothing but pieces of hair.
This is lies.
Pieces of hair?
Pieces of hair. Probably of women he's probably had over.
How many different types of hair?
Probably maybe 50 or 100. I mean,
50 different
he's
pieces
like a
of hair?
He's
Not
like
true.
a hair fetish freak or something.
Do you have a hair fetish?
Yeah, he does. And I have evidence,
I wouldn't call
Your
it a
Honor.
fetish, no.
I have evidence here.
Do you admit cutting girls' hairs?
No.
He needs to
You
admit
don't?
it.
Let me see the evidence. Big Sugar Ray, hand me that.
That's not
And
mine.
it's also dated on there of girls and their names and dates
Sir,
when
look
he
at this.
cut it out.
She made that herself. That looks like Barbie hair.
It
No,
got
sir.
dates?
No.
We got dates of different dates, and was he the one that wrote the names of the girls on?
Yeah, I mean, yes, because it was all in there already.
Not mine.
Suzanne, B, Cindy, Holly. So what do? You cut their hair while they don't know? And
yes. I noticed it because I went home that day and I started curling my hair, and my hair was actually longer. It was like 6 inches longer. And I was like, you know what? I was mad because I noticed that a piece of it was missing from this side. So I was like, okay. I call him up and I'm like, hey, not only did I find this in your drawer, but my hair has been cut. I said, what's going on? Right. He's like, I'm just bored with you. I don't want nothing to do with you.
That's not the truth.
Just quit calling me. He hung up on me, so I'm mad. I'm like, I'm over here. I'm trying to call this man and see what's going on.
So what's your side of the story?
This is not. None of this is the truth. This is all fabricated.
Do you admit cutting her hair?
I never cut her hair.
You didn't.
I never cut her hair at all.
Okay. What about all these other women?
I think that she came up with that. That's something she
sir,
made. That's something she made.
Come on, tell me.
Your Honor.
Look at me in the eye and tell me. You're under oath. Did you cut her hair?
No, Your Honor. I sure didn't.
Did you cut these other women's hair?
No, sir.
All right. Do you have any other proof?
Yes, I went to the hairstylist where I usually go and get my hair cut, and the hairstylist next to us said that a couple of weeks ago, like 4 weeks ago, she had a customer in there who said the same thing.
Oh,
and she gave me her number, and I called her, and here's an affidavit saying that she went through the same thing with him.
Okay, hand that to Big Sugar Ray.
Well, he can go ahead and.
She's teaming up with her friends, Your Honor.
I told her.
She's teaming up with her friends.
He did the same thing to me, and I said, would you like to get back at him, And she's like, yeah, I would like to get back at him.
I swear that I've dated, but that I no longer currently date him, have not been in contact with him over 2 months. We dated, and while we did, he cut my hair while I slept.
Correct.
I did not authorize this haircut, and I did not ask for it. I hereby condemn him and hope that you bring him to justice because he violated me and my hair.
Correct, sir.
And
I never violated anyone.
Correct.
I've never assaulted anyone.
I think you've got a serious problem. Did you know if you cut someone's hair without their permission, that's considered an assault? Yes. You can't do that. I mean, she didn't even ask for money. All she's asking for is a restraining order. So there's no ulterior motive here. So I find your testimony was credible. I find your evidence was credible. I find the affidavit was credible. And that you have a serious problem here. I think, first of all, I'm going to order that you get some type of therapy. I mean, this fetish of yours of cutting people's hair while they're sleeping is... I'm going to grant you a restraining order against him. You cannot go near her, and if he violates that, I'll give you my phone number. You call me, and we'll make sure he does it, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
But he needs to know what it's like for... I wrote down 3 victims. That's what you know about.
Right.
That we absolutely positively know about. So I think he needs to know what it's like to have their hair cut when they don't want to.
Right.
So, Big Sugar Ray, I'm going to give you these scissors. And you you take Miss Lopez and put them in the there with Mr. Warner, and ma'am, you get to cut his hair, okay? You get to take little snippets of his hair. All right. Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, ma'am. Go ahead. First of all, do a clip for when he violated you.
Okay.
Okay.
This is going to be fun.
Okay, now do when he violated the Susan, who said she wrote an affidavit.
Okay, I'll get a chunk from right here where it's noticeable.
Okay, now do it for B.
Not right.
Now do it for B.
No, go ahead.
For B?
Well, all right, do it on this side. There's it. Yeah, there you go.
And do one last one for Holly.
Oh.
Yeah, do one for Holly.
Okay.
Get a good grip in it. There you go. Yes.
All right. All right, ma'am. You can come on back over here. All right, sir. I may never hear you doing this to any other person. If I do, we'll take care of you another day. All right.
Can I keep the hair?
You can keep the hair.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's evidence that you do have a fetish. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
I thought he was a friend of mine. I'm glad he's going to get some help, but he just needs to stay away from me, and I'm just going to keep my hair to myself.
You know, I thought that I had a good friend and I was a nice gentleman. I'm really hurt that I got done this way, but what can I say?
Today's second case dealt with assault. If someone assaults you, you can claim civil damages and take them to court. But a civil assault can be an extension of one's arm. Everyone thinks it can be just an assault that's from the fist. But like in this case, the assault was from the scissors. It could be also if someone throws a ball at you. So remember, if someone assaults you, don't get revenge. Bring them to my court.